The Mongols once terrified the world. They were not just warriors, they were empire breakers. In the 13th century, they crushed powerful Muslim empires like the Khwarezmian dynasty and stormed through Baghdad, bringing the mighty Abbasid Caliphate to its knees. But here's the real mystery. How did such a dominant force disappear without a trace? Did they truly vanish, or did they merge with other ethnicities, adopt new religions, and continue in other forms like the Mughal Empire in India? And if Mongols still exist today, where are they? Let's uncover 3 eye-opening reasons why the Mongols disappeared. Number 1. Fragmentation after Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan united the Mongol tribes and forged the largest land empire in history. But after his death in 1227, the empire fractured. His descendants divided the territory into 4 khanates: the Yuan dynasty in China, the Golden Horde in Russia, the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and the Ilkhanate in Persia. These regions grew independent, and internal power struggles weakened the unity that had once made the Mongols so dominant. Eventually, local rulers stopped identifying as Mongols and became part of the lands they governed. As each khanate declined due to civil wars, revolts, and external invasions, the once great Mongol empire splintered and faded, not suddenly, but gradually. Number 2. Cultural assimilation and religious conversion. One of the biggest reasons the Mongols seemed to disappear is because they assimilated into the cultures they conquered. In Persia, Mongol rulers embraced Islam. In China, they adopted local customs and Buddhism. In Central Asia, they mixed with Turkic tribes. Over generations, they married local populations and adopted native languages and religions. This blending gradually erased a distinct Mongol identity in many regions. Importantly, the Mughals of India, a name derived from Mongol, were direct descendants of Genghis Khan through Babur's maternal line. Although culturally Persianized, their lineage was Mongol, so the Mongols didn't disappear, they evolved. Today their genetic and cultural footprints live on in Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, China, Central Asia, and among the descendants of Turkic Mongol dynasties. Number 3. Environmental and demographic changes. The Mongols relied heavily on horses, grasslands, and a nomadic lifestyle. But in the 14th century, climate changes, especially colder, wetter weather, reduced the available grazing lands. Moreover, the Black Death also devastated populations along Silk Roads, including those in Mongol-ruled territories. These factors caused economic decline and a sharp drop in manpower. With fewer warriors and a weakened steppe economy, Mongol military dominance began to fade. Add to that internal rivalries and over-expansion, and the Mongols lost the ability to maintain their empire. By the 15th century, many Mongol groups had either returned to nomadic life or merged with surrounding populations. Their influence remained, but their empire did not. So finally we can conclude that Mongols didn't truly disappear. Actually, first internal fragmentation weakened their unity, then assimilation and religion conversion blurred their identity, especially with the rise of Mughal Empire. Finally, environmental and demographic pressures eroded their economic and military strength. Therefore, we can say didn't vanish, they transformed. Today, Mongol descendants still live in modern-day Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, China, parts of Russia, Central Asia, and even traceable Mughal lineage in South Asia.